Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of CP Talks. Today, we will be digging deep into what we have got on the three-tier sport system. I know in the build-up to the white paper and reform policies, we have been saying that it be a four-tier system because that is what they said originally. But it came out as a three-tier system. I'll just get up on my laptop, we then talk about it. So there's three areas: targeted sport, targets plus, can't remember them off the top of my head now, and specialist sport. And literally, so target sport and target specialist, no, target plus, sorry, will not get an EHCP. Like we have been saying all along. I'm just getting it up now. We can then show it to you. Let's just get this up, guys. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. I probably won't talk much, guys, on this live to the chat until the end. So thank you to IT with Mr. P for these fantastic graphics as well. So the new SEN model, the three-tier sport. So the SEN sport is being reshaped into a structured three-tier system. The aim of this system is to stop everything escalating straight to an EHCP. The aim is to show everything. No. Yeah, the aim is no. So the aim is to stop everything escalating straight to an EHCP battle and instead match provision to level of need, area, clearer, and more consistent. The government says the current EHCP system. What people have to understand on this is basically the EHCP system is a legal document. So the EHCP system is a legal document as well. So we'll dig deep into how it's a legal document as well, if I can find any information about that. The government says the current system is inconsistent across local authorities, forces families to fight for sport, escalates too quickly to tribunals, is financially unstable. The three-tier model aims to make sport routes easier, reduce postcode lottery. Also, guys, I have also saw and heard they are getting rid of the postcode lottery as well. Reserve EHCPs to the most complex cases, bring clarity to what schools are expected to deliver. Okay. So what is people thinking of that so far? I don't think this tier system will work, guys. I think it'd be gone sooner than later. Really. We'll just go back to where it is now. So targeted sport. So this would be potentially, 1 second, let me get this right. No, the next one. Okay. So the lowest tier is targeted sport. So what it means in school terms, everything bases, inventions delivered in mainstream, regional adjustments in lessons, small group work, structured liturgy, and basically English and math sport, behavioral and emotional regulation strategies, input from the Senko to guide provision. Those that do not know what a Senko does, exactly, Richard. Exactly. And it's get worse. This gets worse. 100 and something pages. 1 second. 129 pages. The reform policy is. This replaced informal SEN sport and would now be formalized as an individual sport plan. ISP. We'll look at that in a second, guys, more closely. There are most key areas. Most needs should be met here with early, structured, and consistent sport without needing a full stationary EHCP. Right, so you can already tell this is going to fail. This tier will not work. And I'll give you my reasons behind it. My reasons is, the reason why I don't think it will work is that last paragraph, the key area. Most needs should be met here with early, structured, and consistent sport without needing he fucked that up, a full stationary EHCP. But it'd be interesting now to see if schools stick to it. Next week, I am thinking of going up. Well, I have chat with one gen before I definitely decide on this. But this is only a plan. Next week, go up and make a bit of noise outside the Department of Education. We are outside it on Thursday with the pink ladies in their demo as well. But I think we should just go up there, stand outside, try and catch Bishop dumbass Phillotson as she comes out and get her view and get answers on this. Right, so targeted plus. Who is this for? Pupils who needs who are more complex or persistent and who requires additional specialist input may not need a full EHCP. Okay. What this means in practice: regular involvement with external professionals, more intensive intervention programs, increase adult sport in school, adapt curriculum pathways, clear outcome tracking, and multi-agency planning. Okay, I could work with that very much, but it's still not an EHCP. Richard, this is a teacher that wrote this as well. I bet, mate. And this is a teacher that wrote these out. This tier is designed to prevent children being left in limbo, not complex enough for a EHCP, but too complex for a standard SEN sport plan. It's about stepping up sport before things reach crisis point. Right, so I'm Brian, wants it. Yeah, I agree with you, Brian. I agree with you. So that's interesting. Very interesting, to say the least, as well. But it's still not the EHCP. So this will still be under a. So this sport will be provided in a ISP or individual sport plan. Bear in mind, it's not a legal document. It will have bits in it that is legal, but the school has to write it. Why? So we are now getting on to the most interesting one. So the final tier, specialist. Who is this for? Right, guys, bear in mind, we have been stating that EHCPs is only for those with those that have complex needs. Who is this for? Children with the most complex needs that cannot be routinely met through mainstream provision alone. So it sounds like, yeah, that children on a specialist tier will be the only children that is allowed into a specialist setting. What it includes? EHCP remains at this level, which we knew. Access to specialist provision packages, placement in a specialist setting or inclusion basis where appropriate, guaranteed funding attached to provision. So that's the first bit where we had funding. Where would the rest of the funding go? Because it probably won't go into the upper tiers, guys. This tier is where statutory rights sit. So this is where the legal rights will sit. The intention that EHCPs become more clearer, more standardized, tried to define packages of sport rather than vague wording. So that's interesting. But we still do not know if specialist packages will include a specialist placement at a specialist school. We don't know that yet. But it'd be good to find out. Right, so what is an individual sport plans or ISPS? Every child identified SEND, who special education needs and disability, must now have a digital. So this is right. Okay. So guys, do you remember me saying digital passports? Yeah? So this is it. Digital ISP. This is where a stationary plan that records barriers, provision, reasonable adjustments, and outcomes. These replace formal EHCP notes and are designed to be consistent and transferable. They are aimed for early structured sport that reduces reliance on full EHCP through the ISPS themselves are still stationary. So it's not clear if the government will have access to it. But we need to be campaigning for this to happen, guys. What is ISP means in practice? ISPS will be stationary, reviewed at least annually, co-produced with parents and carers. So Ofsted will have access to it then. Part of Ofsted inspection focus. They are designed to mainstream sport and make transitions smoother between phases. So, in other words, a government and Ofsted will have access. Okay. So this is where being now for children are on EHCPs and their carers and parents. EHCP reserve for complex needs. Educational healthcare plans won't be strapped, but will be tightly focused on pupils with the most complex needs. EHCPs will guarantee access to what's called a specialist provision package. No child, so what happened to him now? No child will lose sport instantly. Current special school places are protected until the pupil finishes their education. That's good. EHCPs in mainstream will only be reconsidered at major transition and once the new system is fully implemented. Okay. That makes more sense now, guys. It really does. Let me know your views in the chat as well. But that makes more and more sense now. It really does. To me and probably to you. But I'm still not happy about Ofsted having. Does anybody know where the Ofsted offices are? Because I feel like a protest outside is needed. So basically, it basically confirms what I have been saying all along. So basically, the ISP is basically a digital passport, which we need to get rid of within our campaign. And that will then be the ISP will be entitled to the Ofsted and the government. Yeah? But I still think EHCP should not be just for complex. Really do not. Yeah, exactly, Richard. Exactly, mate. Exactly. And it wouldn't surprise me if people like, for example, children with current EHCPs probably won't be able to get into mainstream, into another school when they basically it's hard to explain, and I agree with some of it, but then I don't agree with most of it. Really don't. But guys, I'm probably gonna end it here, and I'll be back next week or maybe tomorrow if I get my editing done tonight with another update. But thank you for watching. As always, we had bigger numbers in tonight, which is always good as well. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. We'll either be back tomorrow or next week with part 6. I'll see you then, guys.